What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Writing the Game podcast. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a few little tips on how to obtain and maintain the interest of your audience, of your customers, right? And there's many ways to do that, but I think one of the most powerful ways to do it is through storytelling. All right, and I always mention that telling stories and your marketing can help the customer place themselves in the character of the story, right? Once they're able to see themselves going through the process and being able to relate to that story, a lot of times they'll feel more inclined to do business with you because they relate to that story. All right. As humans, we just love stories. We love stories. Our brains react and respond a different way whenever we hear a story. So, to maintain your audience interest in your sales letters, share stories or share a story, right? Because, see, when you share a story, your audience is able to remember you and your services better. They're able to picture and put themselves in that position a lot better in their minds, right? In a lot, in a clearer fashion. So once they're able to see themselves with it in that story, they can feel it, right? If you implement emotionally charged and driven words into your story, that can help the customer feel it a lot better. When they feel it a lot better, that helps them to feel that emotion they want to feel from utilizing your service. What emotional benefit are they endeavoring to get from your services? So that's what you would have to consider, right? Maintain your audience's desires. You can share a fictional story just to get the point across. Or you can share your own story, or you can share a client story, right? So that's the thing. Share those stories, right? Because people, when people hear that there's other people involved in the process, they're going to be more inclined and more likely to do what other people have done in the past or what other people are doing right now. So you need to know that fact for one, and then implement that into all of your marketing, all platforms, even social media. Include some include a short story in your post on your Instagram page promoting your home, right? You can give a reference onto of how a previous client experienced success through your service in that same area that this other home is in, right? Or with a similar type of property. So there's all types of ways to do things. There's all types of ways to stand out. And I think that that's one of the best ways to stand out is to share your story and do your best to connect with your client through stories, right? Because it'll help them remember your offer and what it is that you're selling later on. It'll help them to retain that information a lot better because in their minds, they have already went through the process with the story. Or they feel like, oh, I can relate to it a lot better from the story. So that's the thing. If anybody don't remember anything else in your copy, in your content, in your writing, I can almost guarantee you, if you tell a good relevant story, they will remember that. All right. So when people are wondering, what happened? How did I lose the interest of my customers? In my marketing, where did I go wrong? Well, a lot of times you're not telling stories. You're not using words that drive emotion. It may not be relevant. It may be relevant to you or to the industry, but it may not be relevant to the customer, right? There's so many different ways people, the attention can be lost, right? Because you're not providing relevant information to that particular audience. Okay? Now, one thing you can do, if you have kind of narrowed down and niched out your services, that can help with your storytelling. Now you can be a little bit more detailed in your story, right? Which helps to relate to the customer's experiences and what it is that they're thinking about and actually desiring. So that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode, and I hope that you guys have a great day. Peace.